called home field advantage, and the Twins hope to rediscover some tonight. Game 3 of the series with the Chicago White Sox, and some major league debuts. Joe Benson, Chris Parmelee just called up from Double-A. They're in the lineup tonight, hoping to provide some spark for a Twins lineup that's had a tough time scoring runs. And it's a beautiful night for baseball again at Target Field. Along with Bert Blyleven, I'm Dick Bramer. Yeah, an exciting time for the Twins prospects, Benson, Parmelee, and the starting pitcher, Liam Hendriks, because the Twins lineup has really scuffled to score runs.
Well, I think what Ron Gardenhire, the organization, want to do, they want to see some of these kids at the major league level, so they're getting their opportunity, and the starter tonight, same thing.
Well, we're debuting number 62, number 63, and number 64, the starting pitcher, and 2 hot prospects.
Well, you can kind of see why, Dick, because you know what? The Twins have been hot, they've been cold. Well, you know, for a while there in 6 ball games, they were very cold. Then they got hot, and so a lot of those games on the road, but over the last 3 ball games, they've cooled down again as far as the offensive side.
And Liam Hendriks will bring those minor league numbers to his start tonight. He's very excited about the prospect tonight.
The nerves will be out of this world. Like, I mean, I've pitched in front of 30,000 people before when I was in Taiwan and when I was in Mexico with the World Baseball Classic, but this is completely different now. So, I mean, I just need to get up there and I'll do my little, like, stand on the mound and look around at the crowd and then take a couple of deep breaths and hopefully calm myself down and go at it.
Well, it doesn't matter where you were born in this world. You are now a Major League Baseball player, Leon Hendriks, and should be a lot of fun. He's going to be nervous, and we're going to be nervous right along with him.
Joe Benson is the starting center fielder for the Twins tonight. Ben Revere not in the lineup, but when we come back, we'll talk about all the ground he's covered so far in center field. Sports North is brought to you by your local Northland Ford dealers. Visit your local Northland Ford dealer or go to northlandford.com. By Menards. Save big money on all your home improvement needs at Menards. And by Window Concepts of Minnesota.
The fans falling into Target Field in downtown Minneapolis is the Twins and the White Sox Game 3. of this 4-game series. I'm Robbie Smikowski. Thanks for tuning in. Just like Kirby Puckett, Torrey Hunter, and Denard Span have done over the years, Ben Revere has provided a lot of spectacular moments in center field this year. In fact, he has given us his top 5 catches of the season. And fans, you can vote for your favorite Ben Revere catch this season. Text your vote to 234-234. Text A for the over-the-shoulder catch against Vlad Guerrero and the Baltimore Orioles. B for the diving play against the San Diego Padres off the bat of Chris Denorfia. Text C for his layout grab against David Murphy and the Texas Rangers at home. Or D for when he stole a hit from Big Papi David Ortiz. We will give the results in our postgame show tonight right after the ball game. And what is Ben's favorite? Tune in tomorrow night at 6:30 when we sit down with Ben Revere and he takes us through his top 5 catches of the season and he goes in depth. That's tomorrow on Twins Live, presented by CenturyLink at 6:30 right here on Fox Sports North before the Twins and the Chicago White Sox. When we come back, it's Liam Hendriks making his Major League debut, and Dick and Bert will bring you the first pitch when we come back on Fox Sports North.
Chris Parmelee, the first baseman. Joe Benson, the center fielder, taking the field here at Target Field. And just last night they were property of the Rochester Red Wings, or the New Britain team, I should say, making the jump past AAA to the major leagues. Ozzie Guillen will send out his Menard's batting order. Juan Pierre leading things off. Alexei Ramirez hitting second. A.J. Pierzynski, Alex Rios, Adam Dunn, Tyler Flowers, Alejandro De Aza, Brett Morel, and Gordon Beckham.
Well, just like Benson and Parmelee, they want to get in the game as quick as possible. And here's Hendriks right here. Hendriks making his first major league start. Of course, minor league numbers show that he attacks the strike zone, and we'll go through that throughout the ball game. He's a third Australian-born pitcher to make his major league debut in a Twins uniform. Grant Belfour and Brad Thomas, the other two.
Fastball up and away, and they take the first ball out of the ball game. Pierre facing a nervous Liam Hendriks. And the second pitch, a strike. You'll see 90 miles per hour and probably not much above that on the radar screen.
Hey, I haven't seen him pitch, so this is new to me too. They say he attacks the strike zone.
Liner to left, hit right at Rene Tassone. One away. Northland Ford defense for the Twins, many of whom played a level above him at the start of the year. Hendricks was promoted to AAA about a month or so ago. Tassone, Benson, Dinkelman, the outfielders, Valencia, Plouffe, Hughes, Parmelee around the infield, and Rene Rivera catching. And Alexi Ramirez will hit. And ball one.
On the scouting report on Hendricks, fastball, tight slider, slow curveball, and a changeup.
High fly to deep left field. Going back is Tassone on the track, makes the catch, out number 2. He does not give up many home runs, and he doesn't give up many walks.
In his minor league career, 375 2/3 innings, only 60 walks, 343 strikeouts. He's allowed only 12 home runs. So he's done a great job of keeping the ball in the ballpark.
And he gets a couple of quick outs here in the first inning. And he'll face A.J. Pierzynski, the Chicago designated hitter. Right down the middle, a strike.
Paul Konerko getting the evening off so far.
1-1.
Chicago finding themselves 8 games behind the Tigers, but the Tigers have an 8-0 lead over the Cleveland Indians in the 4th inning in Cleveland.
Tigers trying to do during this week what they did over the weekend to the White Sox, which is effectively knock them out. Pierzynski with a foul, 2-2. There's Konerko, normally hits third, plays first base primarily, also a designated hitter for them. And Hendricks gets his first major league strikeout and has a 1-2-3 10-pitch first inning.
Didn't really sleep last night, kind of woke up once an hour, checking the cell phone, seeing what time I was getting up, but hopped on the flight, and I've had butterflies since.
Well, nothing like dealing with those butterflies right out of the chute as a leadoff batter.
Again, I think it's great that these guys just came up and all of a sudden they're right in the ball game.
And the first pitch from Jake Peavy, ball 1. Benson making the jump from Double-A along with Chris Parmelee. They're both in the lineup. Hendricks, the pitcher, started at Double-A, promoted to Triple-A, and now he's just finished his debut. Benson fouls it back 1-1.
Yeah, Benson at the Double-A level hit .285 in 111 ball games. 16 home runs. He drove in 67. Some extra base hits. 28 doubles, 4 triples. So getting an opportunity to play against a team he grew up maybe watching a lot as a kid.
2-1. Tell you, I like him already. Look at his arms. He's got scuff marks all over his arms, like he's been diving for balls in the outfield.
Or it's a good bar fight.
Well, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and saying he's
going to a bar fight.
Head first slides, dives, catches made in the outfield.
Heck, I'm going with a bar fight. The heck with that.
3-1. High fastball and a swing and a miss. 3-2. Well, Peavy facing the Twins, hoping for a better first inning than in his last start, when the Twins really knocked them around, scoring 6 runs, getting 5 extra base hits and 2 home runs in the first inning alone.
Yeah, Peavy making his 4th start against the Twins this year.
And Benson fouls it away. Fights off a breaking pitch and taps it foul.
Yeah, we've had a lot of different umpires for some reason in this doubleheader last night and today. We had Mike DeMuro, but now they just announced that Brian Runge is behind the plate. There he is. Yeah, all these umpires, must have about 8 different umpires. They must love coming here to Target Field.
And in his first plate appearance, Joe Benson draws a walk against the veteran Jake Peavy. Menard's batting order has Benson in his debut, Trevor Plouffe, Joe Mauer, Danny Valencia, Chris Parmelee in his major league debut. Then Luke Hughes, Rene Tassone, Brian Dinkelman, and Rene Rivera.
Well, Jake Peavy making his 18th start. I mentioned his 4th against the Twins. This may be his last start, says Ozzie Guillen, depending on how they're at in the standings, maybe in about 4 or 5 days. But making his 250th career start, 108 major league wins, only 81 losses for Jake Peavy, former Cy Young Award winner.
1 strike to Plouffe. Benson has all the tools needed to be an impact player up here, including speed.
At Double-A, stole 13 bases, was caught 9 times. A couple throwovers and a dive. Maybe that's where he got the battle wounds.
That could be.
Still like the bar fight.
Far better story than a bar fight.
No, it's not.
Ball hit towards second out there, and Benson takes out Ramirez effectively and keeps him from completing the double play.
Yeah, good hard slide right there by Joe Benson, going in hard. Ball hit right off the end of the bat. Now I don't know if Ramirez, who has a cannon, maybe could have been able to throw, but looked like he took his back foot out on this slide. Watch Benson go in right here, go hard. And Ramirez looking down, and a good hard slide by Joe Benson.
That probably should have been a double play, but because of Benson's hustle, it wasn't. Here's Joe Mauer, runner at first, 1 down. And Mauer takes a strike on the outside.
You already see what these young kids bring up. A lot of enthusiasm, and when you're struggling as a ball club, you need some fresh, call it blood, whatever it is. And you saw that right there, his reaction coming into the dugout. Everybody got up, gave him a high five, patted him on the back, and said, way to go.
Plouffe goes. It's a foul tip. Flowers with the throw, and Ramirez doesn't hang on to it. So a rough first inning for Ramirez, as he fails to throw to first to complete a double play. They had Trevor Plouffe out by 8 feet, but he didn't catch the throw.
Yeah, very good throw by Tyler Flowers, right on the button. Mauer swinging through a fastball, and the throw right there, and it hit off the, looked like the top of the glove of Ramirez.
So 2 strikes to Mauer, but Plouffe now in scoring position at second base. Foul tip, and Flowers hangs on. Mauer retired on 3 pitches. And that'll bring up Danny Valencia. White Sox in the field. Juan Pierre in left, Alex Rios in center, Alejandro De Aza in right. Brent Morel, Alexei Ramirez, Gordon Beckham, Adam Dunn getting the start at first, and then Flowers behind the plate. You've seen Pierzynski as their designated hitter. Danny Valencia with Plouffe at second and 2 away. Strike on the outside corner. Valencia didn't join in the fun in that first inning against Peavy. Peavy struck him out.
Well, he had to get out of that inning somehow.
Inside, and it's 1-1. Twins baseball brought to you in Sony High Definition. This is the 250th Major League start for Jake Peavy, and the first Major League start for Liam Hendriks. Valencia takes ball 2. It was Valencia who broke up Zach Stewart's perfect game in the 8th inning last night. The only man to reach. 20 men up.
Not a bad pitch either by Stewart. Ball out over the plate. Danny just took it down that right field line. There's Zach Stewart. Probably didn't sleep much last night. Probably texting and Facebooking and tweeting.
2-2. Much as you did after your no-hitter.
Hate to say it, I don't think they had cell phones back then.
People were still on Party Line, I think.
I had to put the dimes in there to talk to my mom and dad from Washington all the way to California.
2-2 to Valencia. Twins hoping to break out on top, and hey, they're hoping to score a run. 1 run in the doubleheader yesterday. It came in the 9th inning of game 1. Two and 2 to Ron Gardenhire's cleanup man, Danny Valencia. 15 home runs on the season. Check his swing, and it's 3-2 with Chris Parmalee on deck. Ted Barrett says he did not swing.
Well, Peavy, 30 years old, in his 3rd season with the White Sox.
Full count to Valencia. And Flowers will go to the mound.
Well, Peavy did give up the 6 runs in that first inning in his last start against the Twins, and the Twins ended up winning that ball game 7-6. Well, Chicago came back and tied that ball game, took Peavy off the hook, but he did pitch 4 shutout innings after that.
Popped up right side, and Dunn comes in and makes the catch. Twins get a leadoff walk from Joe Benson, end up leaving a runner at second base. Brought to you by Pentair.
Scoreless ball game after an inning here at Target Field. I'm Robbie. It's Mikowski. Three guys making their major league debuts tonight for the Twins, and two of them came from AA New Britain last night, Chris Parmelee and Joe Benson. And here's how they got the information. They were playing a tough ball game last night, and the boys were in a playoff run. And in the clubhouse after the game, AA manager Jeff Smith called all the guys in, and they had all grown beards together as a team, and they told Benson and Parmelee, guys, you have to shave. Jeff Smith was telling them. Everybody was kind of puzzled. Why? Well, because you're going to the big leagues. And what's crazier than that is last night Joe Benson in the 8th inning got thrown out of the ball game to finish his AA season, arguing balls and strikes. So pretty interesting night for him, getting thrown out, and then less than an hour later getting the call to the big leagues, Dick and Bert.
Yeah, thank you, Robbie. I would imagine that if he knew he was going to get thrown out, or he would have done that like in June. Get thrown out in June so you can go to the big leagues.
Maybe that's how he got the scuffs and scrapes on his forearm. A little tussle with the umpire. 1-2, Liam Hendriks.
Still like the bar fight.
Rios, Dunn, and Flowers in the Chicago second. And a changeup gets another strikeout. Or a slow breaking pitch. Hendriks is, as advertised, throwing strikes and getting ahead of hitters.
Well, I always say, if you come up to the big leagues, the Chicago White Sox know nothing about him other than maybe a little bit of a scouting report. And good breaking ball, great location, and Rios way out front.
One down, and here's Adam Dunn. When the White Sox were still in the race, hoping to catch and pass the Tigers most nights in late August into early September, Rios and Dunn sat, two of their most expensive players, but they didn't play much. And now White Sox are all but out of the race, and they're hitting back-to-back in Ozzie Guillen's lineup tonight. Inside, 2-1.
Well, sometimes you just have a bad year, and that's what Adam Dunn is having. A 162 batting average and 371 plate appearances. He struck out 158 times. That's nothing new to him, but that 162 batting average is. This guy came into the year a 250 hitter.
And up and away now, 3-2. He will take walks, but if it's anything around the plate, he's probably going to swing at it, and very often miss it. Fouled over the on-deck circle.
I think we showed it in game one that Dunn played yesterday against Swarzak. If I remember right, there were some pitches right down the middle of the plate that he fouled off, and then Swarzak struck him out on a high fastball. Right now he's just missing his pitches. He's fouling them off and then striking out.
91-mile-per-hour fastball flip foul.
What you can see on the Fox track right there, all the pitches, there isn't anything really, down the middle. Everything is, away, one pitch inside, everything off the plate. So staying away from the middle of the plate.
And a breaking pitch. And we'll see Hendriks from the stretch for the first time. Tyler Flowers coming to the plate. Gopher Football with Jerry Kill is your home for Gopher Football. This week, go behind the scenes of the Gophers' trip to USC. Get to know a senior star and a preview of the Gophers' home opener. All this and more on Gopher Football with Jerry Kill tomorrow at 6, only on Fox Sports North. Here's Tyler Flowers, the Chicago catcher. Bouncer to third. Backhanded by Valencia. And a strong throw over to Parmelee to get him.
Boy, nice play right there by Danny Valencia. Is playing a little bit off that third baseline. Had to backhand it, set, and then make a good throw across the diamond. And on the play, Dunn moves over to second. Flowers right down that third baseline. A good strong throw right on the mark.
Two down. Here's Alejandro De Aza. The White Sox, like the Twins, taking a look at some of their better prospects over the course of the season, with De Aza called up, often at the expense of Alex Rios's playing time. And a pitch outside, ball one. De Aza has hit pretty well against the Twins this year. .74 miles per hour, and it hit the outside corner, 1-1.
Yeah, De Aza hitting .350 against the Twins, 7 hits and 20 at bats with a home run.
That's lifted to left, and it's going to die in front of Tassone. Done around third. Here's Tassone's throw to the plate, cut off by Valencia, and they get De Aza at second. So a looping base hit to left gets Adam Dunn in from second base, and the White Sox get a run against Liam Hendriks. Explore Minnesota. Visit exploreminnesota.com to plan your next Minnesota vacation today. Trout fishing in the scenic Whitewater State Park in southeastern Minnesota. The state's top fly fishing stream containing a brown, brook, and rainbow trout. Liam Hendriks giving up a walk and a single and a run in the second inning. And now Chris Parmelee in his major league debut.
Yeah, Parmelee at Double-A was hitting .287 in 142 games. 13 home runs. He drove in 83.
Pulled foul, 2 strikes. Benson, an Illinois kid. Parmelee, a California kid. Up and away, 1-2.
Yeah, Parmelee just 23 years old in his 6th season with the Twins organization. Their #1 pick in 2006.
And a check swing, 2-2. Peavy upset with himself. He's not happy with his command. It was his biggest issue early in the ball game against the Twins in Chicago. That and a pretty strong wind blowing out to left. 2-2 to Chris Parmelee. To center, and a solid single to center. And Parmelee in his major league debut gets a knock.
Yeah, they'll get that ball back into the dugout, the Twins dugout. And McClellan, the second base or umpire, has the ball. There it is. Congratulations to Chris Parmelee on his first major league hit. Breaking ball going down nicely and hitting it sharply into center field. Good solid swing. You know, the hitting coach down there, Tom Bernansky. Bruno had a lot of nice things to say. I talked to Bruno about both these guys.
Liner to short. Parmelee gets back.
Ron Coomer, you're down there. You remember your first major league at bat and how you did.
Are you kidding? Like it was yesterday. All I know is I was walking up to home plate and I thought I was all good, and you stand in that batter's box, my right foot went in, my knee started shaking so dang bad I had to step out, call timeout, and I just remember being really excited and a little nervous, and even after 7 years of minor league baseball, the nerves were still full tilt. So it's nice to see these two guys up here playing, and what a way to start your major league career with a line drive up the middle.
Here's Rene Tassoni, and he takes a strike.
Yeah, and Joe Benson, pretty good at bat. He drew a walk against a former Cy Young Award winner, Jake Peavy.
To me, the most amazing thing, how do you walk in your first major league at bat? I was swinging from the on deck circle.
Sliced foul, 2 strikes.
Ron Coomer, of course, making a debut in a Twins uniform, as I did. So, good memories.
But yours were flannel. Your uniforms were the heavy flannel in 1970. Ron had the, it's probably polyester back then.
Oh, he had the Rydell shoes, too, with the leather soles. Boy, when it got wet, I feel like in about the 6th or 7th inning, you're raising about 10 extra pounds.
1-2 to Tassoni. And now 2-2.
Well, one thing about Jake Peavy this year, it's been very inconsistent. He'll have a good start, and then he'll have a couple bad ones. He's coming off that bad one against the Twins back on August 31st.
Tap foul.
Bert, I remember watching him pitch when he was in the National League, and you're right. The thing to me that's really changed for him, 2 things. One, his velocity has come down quite a bit, and the other thing is his location isn't the same as it used to be. So not only has your velocity come down, but now you're not getting guys to swing at pitches out of the zone like you did.
He had the shoulder surgery. He's had other injuries that have really set him back over the last 3 years. When he won that Cy Young in 2007, I mean, he had a great ERA, and he pitched a lot of innings, would complete some games. He's a battler, but he's trying to battle through now. And I remember about a month ago we played the White Sox, and at that time there was talk about Peavy maybe shutting it down.
2-2. Tassoni battling him here in the 2nd inning. On the outside corner. And Tassoni's gone, out number 2.
And the 2nd strikeout for Peavy. He'll be swinging the bat, boys. That ball definitely about 6-7 inches outside, if not more.
Twins have seen the best of Peavy. His best start this year came against them here in early August, and then his worst outing, of course, was here's a drive down the right field line. We'll watch Parmalee open it up and get to third. Dinkelman with a single, and the Twins have runners on the corners with 2 out. And that'll bring up Rene Rivera.
Well, Brian Dinkelman coming up. He got 3 hits in game 1 yesterday. Right there. You see Dunn holding on the runner. It's out of his reach, and there goes Parmalee from first to third.
So the Twins get another runner in scoring position, hoping for a hit from Rivera.
And Dinkelman picking up his 8th hit in 22 at-bats so far.
Fastball's up high.
Let's take a look at Adam Dunn. Not a lot of range right there. I'm sure his teammates said if there was a cheeseburger, he would have caught it.
There's a high fly to deep left field. Pierre backpedaling and making the catch on the track. Well, the Twins with a threat in the 2nd on a pair of hits, but they leave 2 aboard. It's still 1-0. beautiful night, and it's a Rasmussen College Student Day with the Twins hosting the White Sox at 7:10. Standing room only tickets are half price for students with valid ID. Tickets are available on the day of game only, and they're limited, so make your plans to come out early. And for more information about Rasmussen College Student Days, please visit twinsbaseball.com. Brent Morrell will lead off the third against Liam Hendriks from Perth, Australia. He and Luke Hughes both from Perth. Perth with a population of 1.7 million. The capital of Western Australia. Two strikes. Morrell will be followed by Beckham and Pierre.
Yeah, fastball away, fastball in. Rivera sitting away, and the ball missing away.
And Rivera set up inside, and the pitch off the outside corner. 2-2. Missing inside, and Hendriks knows how costly walks can be. It was a walk that set up the White Sox for their run.
Pretty good pitch right there. You saw the number 5 on the Fox track.
He missed low. The leadoff walk to Morrell.
Second walk for Hendriks.
Every night we take a question from you at carsoup.com/baseball. Mary Richardson from New Ulm wondering whether we think Parmelee, Benson, and Hendriks are players that can make an immediate impact.
Well, Mary, we wish we had a crystal ball. Time will tell. That's the biggest thing. We've seen guys put great numbers up in the minor leagues. They get up here and maybe they don't have the same success. You see guys that struggle down at the minor leagues and have success up here. Time will tell. At bats will tell. For Hendriks, innings will tell.
One strike to the number 9 batter, Gordon Beckham. I asked Ron Gardenhire today about making the jump through AAA, from AA to the big leagues. And he said, well, it's not that uncommon. Of course, I knew that. But he said, you know, when you're at the AA level, you're very often dealing with an organization's top prospects anyway. They don't necessarily go to AAA. Here's a drive to right center field. And Dinkelman retreats to make the catch. One away. Says very often at AAA, you know, you'll have players who are former major leaguers who are maybe on the backside of their careers a little bit, but he said AA has always been considered a really good level. That's where you were promoted from, right? AA?
AAA. I wasn't a prospect.
No.
I was a suspect. No, I know what you're saying. I mean, I played with some guys, a lot of guys that came from AA. It's AAA is more or less, up and down
right.
As far as the big leagues, but AA is if you can succeed at AA, you can succeed, I believe, at the major league level.
Juan Pierre with one strike. As for impact, well, I think the door's wide open for all three of them, but particularly Hendriks, I would think. We've discovered, particularly in the second half, how brittle starting pitching can be. With Baker, Liriano, Blackburn all on the disabled list. Dunsing has stayed off it to this point. And a called third strike. Pierre's gone.
And the third strikeout for Hendriks. First called third strike. Good fastball down and in.
Very nice. Here's Ramirez, hit a fly ball to left his first time up. And off the glove, and time to recover a short throw with authority to Chris Parmelee for the third out. Third inning, Joe Benson leading things off. He walked in his first major league plate appearance, and Jake Peavy delivers strike one on the inside corner. Benson, Plouffe, and Mauer. Twins getting some men on base against Peavy. Check swing, 1-1. Another breaking pitch over for a strike. Fastball inside, 2-2. Joe Benson's taking this leadoff man job seriously. Drew a 3-2 walk his first time up. Worked the count even, 2-2. And now a drive to center field. Rios is there to catch the line drive.
He hit the ball right on the button. So Peavy was working on corner, a lot of breaking balls, 3 straight pitches, breaking balls. Then he tried a fastball in, and then this fastball pretty much right down the middle. And Benson, good solid swing. Well, Rios going to his right and making a nice catch.
Now Trevor Plouffe got a little ground ball to the right side, reached on a fielder's choice. Now a bouncer that hits the bag. Plouffe will have extra bases. The second hop hit the outer edge of the base, which of course means it's a fair ball, and it's a 1-out double.
Yeah, Trevor Plouffe with his 13th double of the year, the 3rd hit for the Twins. Ball came riding in on Plouffe, and watch this ball right here. Hit the bag.
So Mauer up with the tying run at second and 1 away. Joe struck out on 3 pitches against Peavy. Mauer got a double against Peavy in Chicago last week in that first inning. Strike on the outside corner. Gartenhire saying yesterday that if Justin Morneau comes back at all this year, it will be only as a designated hitter. Snap bat and a bouncer to second. Plouffe to third on the second out.
Fans, go to foxsportsnorth.com and click on the Circle Me Bert to submit an email on why your sign should be circled on an upcoming home game and have a chance to visit us up here in the booth. These good folks that will be up here a little bit later will reveal 2 sections the morning before each game. One will be listed on foxsportsnorth.com and the other on KFAN.com.
Here's Valencia. Hit a pop-up to Dunn to wrap up the first inning. Tying run at third with 2 away. Did Peavy start to throw from the stretch and decided to go from the full windup? Plouffe has average speed. How did you approach?
I like to wind up as quick as possible, especially with 2 outs. I mean, you don't have a quick runner. You don't have a Rod Carew or Willie Wilson or Henderson at third. So, I mean, all pitchers, I think, a guy like Peavy, you'd rather pitch out of the windup than the stretch. Now, if there's 1 out, and depending on the scoreboard, what it tells you, you may go out of the stretch position. But with 2 outs, 1-0 lead, get back in the windup.
2 strikes to Valencia.
Because starters, that's where you feel more comfortable.
And a pitch up, foul back.
Yeah, we've seen Peavy 4 times now. He's not the pitcher that I saw when he was with the Padres. You know, of course, the surgeries have not helped him at all, but he's trying to build that shoulder back up. He's a little frustrated. He expects more out of himself. Doesn't have the sinker like he used to. He did right there. Good pitch.
Got the inside corner. The Twins leave another runner in scoring position. It's 1-0 as we go to the 4th.
Target Field as Chris Parmelee makes his debut in the major leagues. Amanda Parmelee, his wife, watching him for the very first time in a Twins uniform. Amanda, what has this day and night been like for you and for Chris?
It's been amazing. It's been very surreal. It's something that he's worked for so long. It's really great to see him out there.
How about when he got a base hit in his first major league at bat? What was that moment like for you? And how many calls and texts did you get?
We've gotten so many. Everyone's been so supportive, and it's such a great feeling watching him out there. It's wonderful. I can't even explain it.
And you've got your parents here watching the ball game tonight with you. What was it like when he got the base hit? How nervous were you?
I was really nervous. But I have faith in him. I knew he was going to do great, and he did. So
he did. Congratulations to you, and congratulations to Chris, Amanda.
Thank you very much.
There you go, Dick and Bird. Family celebrating a very special night here behind home plate. And they're also a little bit nervous, and they have their cell phones out the whole time, I promise you.
Hey, great interview right there, Robbie. Nice going. And, yeah, I mean, you think that Chris is nervous. Hey, his wife, his family, all his friends. That he got a base hit in his first major league bat. Very good.
Check swing, no swing, 2-1. It was a different world back in 1970. Air travel wasn't as common as it is now. So your parents, I'm sure, were not in D.C.
No, they were not. They stayed in California.
And they couldn't watch the game on television via satellite television.
No, a reporter told them that I had won 2-1. So then by the time I got back to the hotel, because, you know, I wouldn't call from the ballpark. I called it once I got back to my room. So it had been an hour or so. But they already had heard.
Snap bat. And Hendricks throws to Parmelee. One away. Twins fans, get involved in the game. You can let us know who you think will be the Arby's value player of the game. Text the word value followed by a space and the player's name to short code 234234. Well, Parmelee getting 10% of the vote. Liam Hendricks has pitched well. He just made the mistake of walking a guy and giving up a 2-out base hit. A looper wasn't hit hard at all. Here's a drive to left. This one is hit hard. And Rios has made it a 2-0 ball game.
Well, I mentioned before in the minor leagues something that Hendricks has not done a lot of, and that's give up home runs. In 375 2/3 innings in minor league baseball, he gave up only 12 home runs. But this is a hanging breaking ball. And up here, you throw it like that, these big, stronger guys will do exactly this. And Rios, a solo home run, is 9th of the year.
2-0 Chicago. Now here's Adam Dunn, who walked and scored his first time up. Up high, ball one. So the White Sox have been waiting all summer long for Rios and Dunn to contribute on a consistent basis. That hasn't happened, but Dunn and Rios have scored the 2 Chicago runs here tonight. 1-1 to Adam Dunn. Again, in addressing the struggles of Rios and Dunn, said, well, they should be embarrassed. If they have any pride at all, they'll be embarrassed and come back better next year. Ozigian saying Rios works hard at it, suggesting, of course, then that Dunn has not worked very hard and has got to change some things if he doesn't want a repeat of 2011. 2-2. And a bouncer up the line. It will hit the side of the bag, and it nearly kicked to the side of Parmelee. Twins actually got a bit of a break there. Dunn, even though he didn't hit it hard, almost got a big break from the base.
Yeah, I want to say happy 59th birthday to my golfing buddy Mike Keelan down in Fort Myers, Florida. Also Tony Johnson. I wanted to get this in early because Tony's 29 years old. Before he falls asleep, we wanted to wish Tony a happy birthday. So he's usually by the 5th inning. He's snoring over there.
Really had a tough time with the doubleheader yesterday.
Tony, one of our audio guys, I wondered what he did besides sleep. And there's Tony. Hey, Tony, you were here by circle.
Flowers taps it foul.
So happy birthday. My birthday's coming up again, you know.
You know, it's been a while since you've reminded everyone.
214 more days till my birthday. We have some lovely young ladies that we're going to get in here next inning that are up in the booth.
2-1 to Flowers.
And I know there's 4 of them, and they all have birthdays.
Right down the middle, 2-2.
Well, Hendricks did a lot better than I did. Yeah, I faced my first major league hitter hit a home run off me. It took him what?
13th guy.
13 guys.
Nice pickup. And over to Parmelee to end the inning. But a solo home run by Alex Rios, and it's a 2-0 Chicago lead. By AT&T and by Miller High Life. Miller High Life is proud to sponsor Operation Home Base. Give a veteran a piece of the High Life. More of the same so far. 2-0 Chicago, but our guests in the booth are going to turn things around here.
Yes, they will. We have Viola, and we have Mildred, Donna, and Vicky. And they're going to get us some runs right here.
Chris Parmelee will lead things off in the 4th. First pitch popped up wide of third, and Morrell watches it spin back into the seats.
And these beautiful ladies are from Redfield, South Dakota, and Rapid City. I'm wearing a Viola's hat. She let me use it. But look at the cat hair that she has right here. My goodness. No wonder you need your hat back. Whoa. Get us some
runs. There's a drive to right center field.
Drop
down for a hit, and Parmelee is 2 for 2. A line single to center, leading off the second, and now a drive to the gap, leading off the 4th.
Well, he got his first hit ball. He won't get this one, but 2 for 2 in your major league debut in your first 2 at bats, pretty nice. The reaction of his wife Amanda.
This is easy. Here's Luke Hughes. Inside, ball 1. Hughes had a memorable major league debut. Hit a home run. Get much more memorable than that.
Well, that off of Max Scherzer in Detroit.
1-0. He lined out to Ramirez. His first time up here today, and now it's 1-1. Twins have had all kinds of scoring opportunities against Peavy through 3 innings, and now a leadoff single in the 4th. Hughes hit a home run against Peavy in Chicago last week. There goes Parmalee, and the pitch popped up wide to first. Dunn. Wow. A lumbering effort at best. That ball should have been caught.
I think it's more the effort right here. You can see him not really go hard after where he thought that ball might land, and that right there is probably more upsetting to Ozzie Guillen, that if he was able to get over there and they dropped the ball, okay, no big deal, but it's your effort going over there.
1-2.
And believe me, I played against Ozzie Guillen. That guy hustled. He played 16 years at the major league level, and he was a great shortstop.
Here's a high fly deep down the left field line, but foul. Yeah, I think energetic would be a good word to describe Ozzie Guillen.
Oh, yeah. He brought a lot of energy with him. Rookie of the Year back in 1985 in the American League for the White Sox. He won a Rawlings Gold Glove, 3-time All-Star.
And when he sees someone like Dunn not expend much energy, that's got to be a little frustrating. 1-2 to Luke Hughes. In the dirt, that kicks away from Flowers. And a quick start for Parmalee gets him into second base.
Now that'll be a wild pitch charged to Peavy, but good jump off the bag by Parmalee. Just the first couple steps, and then he saw that ball get away from Flowers and then advances just on the other side of home plate and keeping an eye on it and then taking off to second base.
But that's just a great read right there by Parmalee. He saw the ball. It was a breaking pitch going down, and as soon as it was going down, he was making a move towards second. 2 good base running moves. Benson breaking up the double play, and now that one by Chris.
Hughes strikes out. That'll bring up Tassone.
Yeah, 4th strikeout for Peavy in the ball game. Yeah, I mean, Ron, that's what you work on in a minor league. Sometimes it's not always the wins and losses of the ball club, but what have you learned today, right?
For sure. And I think what you see is 2 young guys coming up here and hustling around. And then the last play that you were just talking about with Dunn, the one thing that a manager will always look for, and I think Gardy, Ozzie Guillen, people who have played this game, it's a privilege to put this uniform on and go out in a major league field and play. And I think sometimes guys lose track of that, and it's kind of too bad, because you can see when young guys come up here and hustle around how much fun they're having, and it doesn't look like Adam Dunn's having much fun.
Swing and a miss. 1-1 to Tassone.
Yeah, it's really a shame, because believe me, your career goes by so fast. Ron, you can attest to that. I can attest to that. And you look back after your career's over with, and you want to be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, did I give myself a best chance to win every day? If you can say that, no matter how you did, you got to be happy with yourself.
And another swing and a miss. 1-2. Well, the Twins had a runner at second in the first, left runners at first and third in the second, and a 1-out double in the third. Now a single and a wild pitch. And they have not been able to break through yet against Peavy.
Well, we have Donna up here. They're gonna get us a run right here. Viola, let's go.
2-2.
If you don't get us a run, you have to leave.
But leave the hats.
Yeah, I like the hat.
Yeah, the hat looks good on you, Bert. I can even see that from
Thank
down
you.
here.
Thank you.
A nice line from Caddyshack, wasn't it?
I like the dress.
Dick, does he get a free bowl of soup with that thing?
2-2 to Sassone. Bounce to the right side. It'll advance Parmalee, but it's the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Dinkelman. AT&T trivia question for tonight. Who were the 3 Twins that made their major league debuts on April 7th, 1999?
All right, girls, let's go. Got to give us a little help here. 1999, April 7th. That was probably opening day then.
Would Torrey Hunter have been in that group? Outside, ball one.
Told that was his second day of the season in 1977.
99 was the question, right? 99.
1999.
1-0 to Dinkelman, who singled to right his first time up. There's one hit hard but foul. 1-1. Twins obviously never had a lead yesterday in losing the split doubleheader to the White Sox. 1-1. 1-2. In fact, I looked it up. Twins have lost all 3 doubleheaders, split doubleheaders here at home, which is hard to do. They only had a lead in one game, and that lasted 2 innings.
Yeah, but they had the lead.
See if they can get the lead here tonight against Jake Peavy. 1-2 to Brian Dinkelman. Wow. So the Twins get a permanently base hit and a wild pitch, advancing him to second. But
you're out of here, girls.
Gets as far as third.
I just wanted to say hello to everybody in the military and thank you for all that you do and wish you a safe travels back home to your loved ones.
And we conclude our Operation Home Base presented by Miller High Life campaign Sunday from the Minnesota National Guard headquarters in St. Paul. Join us for a special 1-hour pregame as we reflect on the 10-year anniversary of September 11th, honor local military members and their families, and thank those who go above and beyond to support our troops. Alejandro De Aza leading off the 5th for Chicago. De Aza, Morel, and Beckham to face Liam Hendricks, who's about to throw his 58th major league pitch. De Aza squares to bunt, takes a ball. 36 strikes, 22 balls, a couple of walks, one of them costly in terms of allowing the White Sox to get a run. One and two. Mentioned that both the Twins starting pitcher and starting second baseman are from Perth, Australia, known as the City of Light. Back in the astronaut days, John Glenn came across Australia in the city of Perth with a drive to center field and a diving attempt and a miss by Benson, and it's going to go all the way to the fence, and De Aza can run like the wind, and he'll go to third base and hold up there. So Benson took a gamble and came up short, and the right fielder Dinkelman had to retrieve the ball near the warning track.
I think if Benson had to do it all over again, he probably would have tried to play that game in front of the ball in front of him, and right here, just trying to do a little bit too much. He actually looked like he overdove that ball. Watch right here, the ball, lands in front of him. And then the ball getting by him, and De Aza, we've seen him coming into this game hitting .350 against the Twins. He's been a pest. Makes it all the way to third base on his third triple of the year.
Brent Morel grounds a single up the middle, and just like that, it's 3-0. So Morel's had a good series. A walk leading off the third, now an RBI single, and the White Sox lead 3-0.
Yeah, Morel picking up his 26th RBI as De Aza scores. So jumping on that first pitch right back up the middle with the drawn-in infield.
Now Gordon Beckham. See if he might be asked to bunt here with the White Sox playing with a 3-0 lead. Valencia in on the edge of the grass. And Parmelee holding the runner at first. Just to wrap up the story, the city of Perth, Australia turned its lights on to help navigate or greet John Glenn back in the early 60s in a scene that was made famous in the movie The Right Stuff. Swing and a miss. One strike. Swing and a miss again. 0-2.
I've seen from Hendricks a good compact delivery. Throws a little bit across his body, which can be a little deceiving with a good breaking ball.
Wow, right on the outside corner. And he got it up to 93 miles per hour.
Straight over the top. So Hendricks picks up his fourth strikeout. His second called third strike.
Close enough. Beckham thought it was outside. Here's Juan Pierre. He was called out on strikes in the third.
Well, you see the low is 72, high at 93. You know, pitching is nothing more than keeping that hitter off balance. We saw Santana do it so well with a 93, 94 mile an hour fastball, and then that change up in the low 80s, high 70s.
1-0. Bounce to the right side. Out at second. Out at first.
Wow.
Nice strong throw by Trevor Plouffe to complete the double play.
Just kind of double up. Juan Pierre.
Another run for the White Sox, and they lead it 3-0.
Home plate in the Minnesota State Lottery winner's circle with $100 of Minnesota State Lottery tickets. I've got Bobby Joe, I've got Joyce, and I've got Tanya Burt. They made the trip from Alexandria, their first trip to Target Field. In fact, they've been to 3 games, one at the Met, one at the Dome, and now one at Target Field. And of course, your I Heart to You Know What shirt, Burt, that they have. What's this night like for you, first time?
Terrific. It's fantastic. We did the tour earlier today. It was great.
Now you've been circled by Burt. What an ending to a great night for these young ladies. First trip to Target Field, Burt.
Welcome to Target Field, and yes, I do.
1-1 to Rene Rivera in a warning track fly ball with a couple of men aboard in the second inning. Hold foul. One and two to Rivera leading off the Twins' fifth. They've gotten a man into scoring position in every inning against Peavy.
Yeah, Peavy again making his 4th start. One very good one. You mentioned it earlier in early August. 8 shutout innings against the Twins, and the other 2 not too good.
There's another one hit high and deep down the left field line. And Pierre doesn't have room to make the catch. And Rivera's threatened to bang one off that foul pole a couple times here tonight against Peavy. Struck him out.
Strikeout number 6 for Jake Peavy.
So 3rd time through the batting order now for the Twins against Peavy in a window concept window of opportunity. Benson will hit next, and then the Twins hope to get Parmalee up this inning too.
That's what these guys want. They want opportunity right here. This is just the first day of hopefully many at-bats at the major league level for both these guys. See Benson, the 2nd-round draft pick, Parmalee, the number 1 pick by the Twins.
And also an extra coach, Nelson Prada, the Beloit Snappers low A manager.
He didn't have a very good day right here. Nelson Prada was standing at first base during batting practice. He got hit in the back of the head by a line drive off the bat of Ben Revere in batting practice. Right behind his left ear. Well, there's Nelson enjoying his first major league game in a Twins uniform here.
Bouncer on one hop to Morel, and that's out number 2. You can follow the Twins with MLB.com at Bat11 for your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. You get all the scores, stats, highlights, live audio, and more. Text StatBat 31826 or visit twinsbaseball.com. Teams do that. They're allowed to do that because you add players, and it's nice to have an extra coach on staff. And one of the nicest stories regarding that out of the Atlanta Braves organization, and they have called up as their extra coach Luis Salazar, who in spring training lost an eye being hit by a batted ball in a spring training game. And it's just been a tragic story, but one with a happy ending because Salazar kept working, and the Braves rewarded him for his sacrifice to the organization and his determination by calling him up to the major league staff for September. 1-2. Well, again, Peavy's not had a 1-2-3 inning. Plouffe reached him for a double off the third base bag in the third inning. Fouled back. Mentioned at the outset, Twins trying to reestablish some home field advantage. Incredibly, they've lost 17 of their last 20 home games. Right off the end of the bat. And this is the organization that had the best home record in the American League last year. One and two to Trevor Plouffe. Got him. Another strikeout. And Peavy has his first 1-2-3 inning.
While still enjoying the benefits of high pressure here at Target Field, not only will it be clear, but will be a little bit more warm. First pitch expected at 74 degrees and, of course, with no rainfall.
Tranquil. And I like that word, tranquil. Time now for our Farmers Insurance report card. 3 major league debuts and Twins starting lineup tonight. First time the Twins have ever done that.
They got good numbers too. What, 63,
62 and 64. Yeah. Here's Alexi Ramirez starting the 6th. 68 pitches so far for Liam Hendriks. Ramirez with a fly to left and a comebacker to the mound. You know, you were talking about Hendriks and his delivery, throwing a little bit across his body. I mean, we did see a 93-mile-per-hour fastball, most of them 88, 89 to 90, but it looks as if his fastball has gotten by some of these Chicago hitters, and I wonder whether he doesn't hide the ball really well. Somehow it gets on the hitters a little faster than they might think.
Oh, you know, remember all those pitchers Kansas City Royals had that are about 6 foot tall that just have good control. Jeff Montgomery comes to mind. You know, those type guys that kind of hide the ball well, but very compact type delivery. That's 4 times that he's had to field his position and he's made the play. Let's take a look at his delivery right here. Hendriks just 22 years old. Wants to follow through the step. As you can see where he steps, but I like that part right there where he allows his upper torso to go over that left foot. That to me is reaching out toward the catcher's glove.
1 strike to Pierzynski. He struck out in the first, hit a comebacker in the 4th.
You know, somebody that didn't pitch not too long ago in Twins uniform, Brad Radke. Brad Radke did that so well, and I think that's why he was so durable year after year, because he didn't recoil. He allowed his arm to come through, but he also allowed the lower part of his body to step toward the first baseline. That right leg right there, the step over.
You know, and thinking of Radke and his durability, he never really had a major soft tissue injury. Ultimately, what ended his career was a stress fracture, a skeletal injury in his shoulder. It wasn't, you know, a ligament or you know, muscular in nature. Flipped into the seats. Well, Liam Hendriks has pitched well here. He has given up 3 runs. It slipped out of his hand, it looked like. Piazza got a leadoff triple on a ball that Benson had land in front of him and skipped behind him. The run the White Sox got in the second was just a walk and a little flare to left with 2 outs. 2-2. High fly to center. Benson comes in. 2 away. Arby's and Fox Sports North giving you a chance to win a trip for 2 to Fort Myers, Florida. Pick up an Arby's It's Good Mood Food code card every Friday at any participating Arby's. Then go to foxsportsnorth.com, click on the Fan Zone tab, enter the code for the chance to win. You've got to be a member of the Fan Zone. It's free to join, and you've got to be 18 or older.
That fly ball out right there to Benson, his first fly ball that he's caught at the major league level. He tried to catch Diaz's fly ball, but that ball got by him.
One strike to Rios, and now a ball. Rios lined a home run to left to make it a 2-0 ball game in the 4th.
A hanging breaking ball. Good pitch right there. Rios jams himself. It takes part of the bat with him down that first baseline.
A 1-2-3-6 for Liam Hendriks. Ben Revere catch this season. Text your vote to 234-234. Text letter A for his over-the-shoulder catch off the wall. B for his diving play against the Padres. I'm beginning to like that one more than A. C, his layout grab against the Rangers. Or D, when he stole a hit from David Ortiz. And we'll give the results on our postgame show tonight right after the game. Joe Mauer takes a strike leading off the 6th. Mauer, Valencia, and Parmelee. The Twins down 3-2, you guessed it, nothing. They had chances to score, at least did through the first 4 innings against Peavy. And he had a 1-2-3-5. 1-1.
You know, we showed you in the open, you know, the ups and downs over the last 3 weeks for the Twins. 6 games where they didn't score, and all of a sudden, I think in 7 games they scored. Now the last 3+ games they haven't scored. It's just, you know, runs in cycles. What you need is somebody to maybe get a couple, 2-3 hits in a row, and there it goes. But it hasn't happened so far in this ballgame. Mauer 0 for 3 in the game.
Well, regarding Revere's catches, which is Ben's favorite, we'll find out tomorrow night. sit down with Ben, and he'll take us through his top 5 catches of the season. It's tomorrow at 6:30 on the Twins pregame. One down on the 6th. Here's Danny Valencia. And now Peavy has set down 7 men in a row. He's been wobbly, but as he did in Chicago after that 6-run first, he seems to have fallen into a bit of a groove or a rhythm here.
Well, good pitchers like Peavy, you know, if you don't get them early, they settle in, they find out what's working. What will the umpire give me? And then sometimes you pitch off the scoreboard. He has a 3-0 lead right now, and he's going to pitch a little differently if it's a 1-0 game.
Strike one called to Valencia. He was called out on strikes in a similar pitch in the 3rd. Morel picks it up, slings it across to Dunn, 2 down. Chris Parmelee's 2 for 2 before the game. He talked about his major league debut tonight.
This is unbelievable. I mean, I've been dreaming, of this since I was 5 years old, 4 years old, something like that. And to actually be here, it's an honor. And it's a lot bigger once you're in here, looking up at everything. But I'm happy, and I'm definitely going to come out here and work hard every single day.
Yeah, Parmelee, 23 years old, born in Long Beach, California. Twins' #1 pick out of Chino Hills High School in Southern California in 2006.
Strike one, now strike 2. Parmelee with a sharp single to center, and then a drive to right center field that dropped in front of Rios for his 2nd hit. 1 and 2.
Family keeping a close eye on this at bat. Wife and in-laws.
And a strikeout. Flowers jumps into fair territory to make the throw, and another 1-2-3 inning now for Peavy, who set down 9 men in a row.
Yeah, 8 strikeouts for Peavy.
Pretty spectacular return by Strasburg. Tonight he pitches 5 scoreless innings against the Los Angeles Dodgers, gives up just the 2 hits in the ballgame tonight. Rene Rivera is an interesting connection to Steven Strasburg, Dick and Bert. In Strasburg's 2 years pitching in the minor leagues, he surrendered a total of 2 home runs, 1 in Single-A and 1 in Triple-A, and one of those home run hitters, that guy right there, Rene Rivera. Last year, he was playing for Scranton, and Strasburg was playing for Syracuse. The only home run hit off Steven Strasburg in Triple-A, answer to a trivia question, belongs to Rene Rivera.
Well, thank you, Robbie. Good for the Washington Nationals to get that young flamethrower back on that mound.
And what they have accomplished in getting him back is what the Twins would like to accomplish in getting the likes of Span and Morneau, Baker on the pitching side. guys in September who can erase some, if not all, of the doubt that they'll be whole, ready to go for 2012. And Strasburg taking a step in that direction tonight. 2-1 and a foul, 2-2. That really nicked Rene Rivera. Looked like off the left arm. Two and two to Dunn. He walked and scored in the second, hit a ground ball to first in the fourth. Full count. '87 pitches for Hendricks. The Twins would like to see him get through the seventh, but they do have some activity in the bullpen in case he runs into trouble here. And a walk puts him aboard. Leadoff walk, second walk that Dunn has taken. And it comes here opening the seventh inning. T trivia question. Three Twins that made their debuts on April 7th, 1999.
I'm looking. I think it's Joe Mays.
AJ is one of them, I'm guessing, huh? No?
Dan Perkins and Mike Lincoln.
Okay. So we got one of them. Foul back, one strike.
That's all we needed was one.
Perkins, I believe, was the guy who was a high school teammate of Alex Rodriguez and Doug Minkiewicz's, as I recall. Popped up behind second base. And Plouffe calls for it. One down. And Mike Lincoln had a serious arm injury, came back later with the Pirates and had some success. Lester Olivares warming up in the Twins bullpen. Alejandro De Aza, an RBI single in the second, and then he hit a sinking line drive to center. Benson made an attempt for a catch. It got under his glove and went out by the warning track, and De Aza got a leadoff triple. Came in on the next pitch when Morel singled to center.
Yeah, Hendricks right now 90 pitches in the ballgame. 58 have been strikes, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Good off-speed pitch there.
Fox Tracks brought to you by Carrier.
De Aza, 27 years old, from the Dominican Republic, second season with the White Sox. He was a September call-up last year.
It's down the line, chased by Tassoni. A nice warning track foul ball catch, out number 2. Brett Morel coming to the plate, but first our CenturyLink high-speed pitch.
Well, Peavy, who has really settled down nicely with 8 strikeouts. He's been clocked as high as 92. And Hendricks at 93. That 93, I think, was the fastball he threw to Beckham to strike him out in the 5th inning.
Morel with a walk and a single, including the RBI single that made it a 3-0 ball game. One and one.
I like the pace he has out there. You know, he's throwing strikes. He and Rivera working pretty well together. Good pitch there. And Hendricks starting in Double-A, New Britain, then moved up to Triple-A. Combined 12 wins, 6 losses. ERA at 3.36.
2-2. back to the screen. You've got to give this guy a passing grade here, don't you? He's
sure.
done very well.
There's nothing you can do about run support other than trying to eliminate, the opponents keep adding on runs, and he's done a good job of that.
4 hits so far.
He has not made many bad pitches. The hanging breaking ball to Rio said he hit out, but Diaz, Benson, I think, was overhyped a little bit. He trying to catch that ball. The ball got by him for the triple, and then Morel on the next pitch hit that base hit up the middle.
Through a drawn-in infield.
Right. And Diaz in his first at-bat, that little blooper in the left.
Right in front of the plate. How about Liam Hendriks? 7 innings, 4 hits allowed, 3 runs. He's behind. And it's time now for the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by Medica. Quench your thirst. Get any size soft drink or sweet tea for just $1. And by CenturyLink. Quest is now CenturyLink. Visit CenturyLink.com to learn more. It's 3-0 Chicago. Struggling to score runs again tonight. Jake Peavy has settled into a nice rhythm here in the middle innings, having retired 9 men in a row. Luke Hughes will lead off the 7th. And Tassone, Dinkelman, the Twins hope to have that big inning that might loosen everybody's collar a little bit. Hendriks pitching very well in his major league debut. Luke Hughes takes strike 1.
You hate to see this, Dick, but when you see a major league pitcher like Peavy, now he's won a Cy Young, facing guys that basically a lot of these guys have played, some of them in AA, some of them in AAA. He's now settled down and he knows how to get these guys out. But for the Twins, these guys, they need to face pitchers like Peavy. They need to find out how difficult it is at this level. The breaking ball right here, Hughes right off the end of the bat, and bat just shattering in his hands.
Peavy said as much. He doesn't know from one start to the next what he's going to have out there, and you can almost see him struggling, wondering what kind of a night it was going to be early on. And then once he got through the difficult innings and left a few guys on base, and all of a sudden he's a pretty confident veteran out there. 1-2.
There's such a break between AAA, AA, AAA, and the big leagues. It's like, bowling 100, and then all of a sudden now you've got to bowl a 250 to stay in the league that you're going to be in. These guys are the best of the best. And if you want to be here, you have to face the best. And Peavy may not be the best that he was, say, in 2007, but this guy right here has won over 100 ball games at the major league level. He knows how to pitch.
1-2 to Hughes with a line out and a strikeout. Foul back. And now Peavy's pitch count climbing toward 100. The big asset that the White Sox have had, and maybe the one element of the team that's kept them afloat through an otherwise disappointing year has been a very good bullpen. Things aren't necessarily going to be any easier should Peavy leave the ball game, and the likes of Crane, Sale, Santos are brought in. 2-2.
We got Matt Thornton out there too.
Yeah.
We got some guys that can throw that baseball. Bullpen looks like it's starting to stir a little. Guys starting to stretch, move around.
2-2 to Hughes, and he takes ball 3.
And Peavy upset at himself right there. He missed with that pitch down and away.
And he missed with ball 4. Good battle by Hughes. Fouled off some pitches. Worked the count deep and drew a walk. Here's the Grand Casino story of the game.
Well, again, it's the White Sox that scored early. Rios with a home run. That in the 4th inning. That made it a 2-0 ball game. But the Twins, Hendricks doing a very good job. 7 very good innings. Parmalee with a couple hits in the ball game. And then, you know, Joe Benson right there, a leadoff walk. A hard slide at second. Some guys getting their feet wet. Liam Hendricks, very good. 7 very good innings. 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Quality start.
I think the Twins will take that another 99 times, won't they? Pepsi Max in-game box score offensively. Generally a succession of a few singles here or there, a double for Plouffe. But nothing in the way of a run scoring. And here's Don Cooper to the mound.
Yeah, I think when you look at that in-game box score right there, you don't see any hits in succession. You know what I mean? That usually gets guys going. We've seen like the inning that the Twins had against Peavy. You know, they scored 2 runs or 6 runs. I mean, bang, bang, bang. It was like contagious. And now it's the opposite. It's a lack of hitting that is contagious.
Well, just look at the Chicago runs now. Okay, they got the blue pit in the 2nd for a run. Will Ullman and Jason Frazier warming up, but then an extra base hit for their 2nd run, an extra base hit for their 5th run. And that inning against Peavy, extreme in the other direction. The Twins got 6 hits, but 5 of them extra base hits, which has obviously not been a strength of this team. Outside, ball 1 to Sony, who has struck out and bounced to second. That hits the corner. I will say, I think Brian Runge's had a generous strike zone, and Peavy has taken advantage of that.
Well, I think it's worked both ways. You know, prefer both pitchers.
1-1. Tapped foul.
Pulled the string right there, and Tassoni way out front.
They walked to Hughes, the first Twins base runner since Parmalee's leadoff single in the 4th.
Peavy's best start of the year came against Cleveland in Chicago back in May. 9 shutout innings and a 3-hit shutout against the Indians. Then he pitched the 8 shutout innings against the Twins on 3 hits here at Target Field.
Now, as much as any other Chicago pitcher, the White Sox have had to go with how Peavy feels because of the major surgery, the detached muscle in the back of his shoulder. And he says now he wishes he had not pitched out of the bullpen in late June. That one relief appearance, and it was 4 innings long, gave up 1 hit. It was a good outing, 7 strikeouts against the Nationals. That since that point he has not been able to respond and react as well from start to start. 2-2. And we just came from Anaheim, where at one point this year they had Dan Herron and Jeff Weaver pitch out of the bullpen. but they weren't coming back from the major surgery that Peavy was. Just off the plate, close pitch, and Peavy now runs the count full to Tassone. Dinkelman on deck. Hughes stays put, and it's strike 3 because Peavy has been striking out so many batters. And the Twins are down by 3. They didn't dare send Hughes.
Great changeup right there. He gets his 9th strikeout, and here comes manager Ozzie Guillen to make a pitching change.
So Peavy will go 6 1/3 innings. And he leaves with a 3-0 lead. Responsible for the runner at first with 1 out. And discusses how Denard is dealing with the lingering effects and when he hopes to be back on the field. Read that and more at foxsportsnorth.com. A new Chicago pitcher, Will Oman, with Span hoping to play later this year.
Yeah, Span getting a workout with a ball club, and says every day he just doesn't know. But here's Will Oman. For Oman, a left-hander, one of 3 left-handers out of that bullpen for Ozzie Guillen and Don Cooper, making his 50th appearance. 43 hits allowed in 46 innings pitched. Only 16 walks, now 5 intentional, with 50 strikeouts.
New Minnesota batters Jason Repko hitting for Brian Dinkelman. Repko 0 for 6 as a pinch hitter. At the knees, a strike. Tigers beat the Indians 10-1. So the Tigers not only look like they are going to be division champs, they may have some room to spare at the end to set things up for a playoff run. And strike 2, I believe. Or is that a ball? And home plate umpire Brian Runge wants some baseball.
Well, you can see the White Sox. Yep. Right now, I mean, if they win this ball game, they're 8 games behind the Tigers, and the Tigers starting to run away with it. Really, almost all the divisions are teams running away with the divisions, other than maybe Texas and Anaheim.
Right, that's tightening up.
West.
Yeah. 1-1 is the count to Repko, and now 1-2.
A good slider right there by Oman. Oman, 34 years old, in his first season with the White Sox, signed as a free agent over the winter. 2-year contract.
And now inside 2-2.
Yeah, Oman and Ron Gardenhire have the same thing in common, that they were both born in Germany, West Germany. Both the fathers were Army brats, or they are Army brats. Ullman's father, like Ron Gardenhire, was in the Army.
That's a snap bat, and that's going to die in front of Pierre. So Repko shatters his bat, but he gets his first pinch hit of the season. Hughes to second base, and the tying run comes to the plate in Rene Rivera.
Twins get just their 5th hit of the ball game, the first since the 4th inning.
Ullman was asked to get Repko, or actually Dinkelman turned into Repko. Didn't get the job done, and that's going to be the end of his night. So with Rivera due up next, Ullman comes out, and the White Sox go back to their bullpen with the tying run coming to the plate. His last outing against the Twins, but a much better outing tonight.
Well, he made the adjustment. He struggled a little bit the first couple innings, but then settled down nicely. 9 strikeouts for Jake Peavy in 6 1/3 innings. To 105 pitches, 73 for strikes.
And as you can see on those replays, if he threw it between the batter's boxes, it was going to be a strike.
Come on.
Just 4 hits allowed for Peavy, 4 hits allowed for his mound opponent, Liam Hendriks. Now we're getting one man deeper into the Chicago bullpen, and this is a interesting move because with bringing Jason Frazier into the game, that set up the Twins for a pinch hitting appearance by Jason Kubel. So rather than Ullman against Rivera, it'll be Frazier against Kubel.
Well, this is something that Gardy hadn't been able to do for a while. Start getting some guys in the game off the bench. He hasn't had much of a bench.
See what Kubel can do by getting the Twins on the board. First and second, 1 away against Jason Frazier. Outside, ball 1.
Frazier coming over from the Toronto Blue Jays on July 27th in the Edwin Jackson Mark Teahen trade.
Fouled away. Kubel, couple of singles, 6 at bats against Frazier in their matchups. Kubel's been bothered by that sore foot. Held him out of the starting lineup today. It's the same foot that put him on the disabled list months ago. It just has never completely healed. One and one. A high fly to right center field. Diaza in the gap. Out number 2. Tagging and going to third. is Hughes. A deep fly. Kubel just missed tying the ball game up 2 away. And that'll bring up Joe Benson. Hey, got a text from Eric Rasmussen, the Twins minor league pitching coordinator.
I got the same one.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then you read it.
Well, it says that I guess he made a catch. I have to download it. Did you download it?
Yeah, he made a great catch last night in the game, and that's why his arms are all scraped up.
Yeah, Benson's catch last night, unbelievable, says Eric Rasmussen.
So it wasn't.
I still like the bar fight.
Well, we'll see what Benson can do. He is looking for his first major league hit. He drew a walk, lined out to center, and bounced to third. Strike on the inside corner. And now the outside corner.
See, I'm still trying to download mine. Did he run into a wall?
I haven't gone that far yet.
Oh, I bet you downloaded.
2 strikes to Benson. High fastball got him. So Frazier gets Kubel and Benson, and the Twins leave 2 more aboard in the 7th.
Reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Minnesota Twins, LLC.
Lester Olivares will pitch out of the Twins bullpen to the White Sox in the 8th.
Yeah, Olivares making his 14th appearance overall, his 5th as a Minnesota Twin. Olivares coming over in the Delman Young trade from the Detroit Tiger organization. Total 15 and a third innings so far, 9 walks, 2 intentional with 9 strikeouts.
Outside, ball 1.
True Butera behind the plate now, and Jason Repko staying in the ball game in right field.
A strike, 1-1. Now, Olivares has had a handful of appearances, and all but one have been fairly encouraging. That he has the stuff to perhaps sooner than later be an arm in this Twins bullpen.
I think what I've seen is a good fastball. The control of the fastball is a little bit shaky, and then he's got to work on a slider. That slider a little bit flat at times. Still a youngster. There's a good fastball there, but up in the strike zone.
2-2. Beckham with a fly to right, the strike.
And how do you do that? Where he's at, right in there, right on the mound. That's how you get the experience. See that slider right there, just flat.
Foul back. Tigers had a raw gem develop into a dominant pitcher for them this year, although he's had some elbow issues and then had a concussion. High fastball puts Beckham away. Albuquerque has been a big contributor to their soon to be a championship season, it would appear. One down. Twins annual sports internship and career fair scheduled for September 20th here at Target Field. If you're interested in a career in the sports world, there is no better place to make some contacts. Spaces are limited. Register today. Visit twinsbaseball.com/job opportunities or call 800-33-TWINS and get all the details. One down in the 8th. Pierre, the hitter, held hitless tonight. He has 1,998 career hits. So we've tried to make some comparisons between young Ben Revere and Juan Pierre. It's just that Pierre's been doing it, what Ben Revere has done, for a long, long time. That's a pretty massive hit total for Juan Pierre. 1-2.
Pierre's had those hits over 5 different organizations: the Rockies, the Marlins, the Cubs, the Dodgers, and now with the White Sox in his 2nd season. He didn't miss a game for 5 straight seasons from 2003 to 2007.
Let's get him.
He's pretty durable.
Olivares with a 2-2 count. That's remarkable. To left. And to Sony there for the catch out, number 2. And it'll bring up Alexei Ramirez. Ramirez with a fly to left, come back to the mound. In fact, he's done that twice. Ball 1. I don't know this. We'll ask, but Olivares might be one of those players that'll play winter ball and get some more of that time on the mound you speak of.
Yeah, that's all he needs to do. Like that slider right there, just kind of hung up and allowed. It's almost flat slider. Gets underneath that ball from time to time. There's a good fastball.
Fly to center, and Benson has it measured. And Olivares has a quick 1-2-3 8th inning.
here on this short homestand against the Sox, and we're going to break down this ball game and a lot more on Twins Live, presented by CenturyLink, featuring the Toyota post-game wrap. Among the topics to be discussed, the 3 debuts tonight: Benson, Parmalee, and Liam Hendriks, who did a very solid job tonight for the Twins. And Ben Revere poll results. What do you think is his best catch of the season? Send in your text votes. 234-234 is the short code. And Gardy on the debuts tonight. What did he think of Liam Hendriks' major league debut? Also, Chris Parmalee with 2 hits. He'll tell you all that and more on Twins Live, presented by CenturyLink. Dick and Bert, we need 3 runs here. Help us out a little bit, will you?
You got it.
Trevor Plouffe will lead off the 8th against Jason Frazier. And there's strike 1. Plouffe with a double off the third base bag, the only Twins extra base hit tonight. And they only have 5 hits, but that's 1 more than the White Sox have. Again, tip of the cap to Hendriks, who's pitched very well here tonight in his major league debut. I'm telling you, if you throw it knee high between the batter's boxes, it's going to be a strike. Two strikes to Plouffe.
His dad was a pretty good umpire too, Ed Runge.
By good, you mean called strikes?
Strike caller.
Then he throws one right down the middle.
Yep.
And Plouffe, he's got corners wider than we've ever seen this year, and he threw it right down the middle on 0-2. Our poll tonight: what's your favorite Ben Revere catch this season? Text your vote to 234-234. You saw his catch, letter A for the one against the wall, B for his diving play against the Padres, C for his layout grab against the Rangers, or D, taking one away from David Ortiz at Fenway Park. And we'll have the results on our postgame show tonight right after the game. So the Twins get a leadoff single in the 8th. Joe Mauer will hit, but it won't be against Jason Frazier. It'll be against Matt Thornton when we come back. Now, sit down with Ben, and he'll take us through his top 5 catches of the year tomorrow at 6:30 on the Twins pregame show.
Oh, Matt Thornton coming into the ball game. He worked here in yesterday's ball game in game 1. He threw an inning in the 3rd, 18 pitches, 11 for strikes, and a walk and a strikeout.
Mauer 0 for 3. Plouffe with his second hit as a board with a leadoff hit in the 8th. Twins got a leadoff walk in the 1st, didn't score. Leadoff single in the 2nd, did not score. Leadoff single in the 4th, didn't score. A leadoff walk in the 7th, and now a leadoff single in the 8th. And Mauer takes down ball 1.
Thornton faced Mauer in game 1 of yesterday's ball game, and Mauer flew out to center.
At the belt, 1-1.
Thornton, 34 years old, his 6th season with the White Sox, came up with the Mariners in 2004. Made the All-Star team last year for the White Sox.
Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Big guy, 6'6", about 235. He was a #1 pick by the Mariners back in '98.
Two and two. Loose at first with nobody out. And now with one out, a breaking pitch gets a strikeout. Second time that Mauer is struck out. We'll bring up Valencia.
A good breaking ball right here, and Joe going out of his swing zone, chases a pitch down. Good block by Flowers.
Here's Valencia. 0 for 3, a pop-up, a strikeout, and a ground ball. Strike one. And now 1-1. Chop foul, 1-2. Twins need a bloop and a blast. They need a jolt. The fans here need something to get excited about. They haven't had that much over the last few homestands. 1-2. Swing, but he went, and it's 2 away.
Well, Thornton comes in and picks up a couple strikeouts. And Danny Valencia strikes out for the second time in the game.
Our Family Brands family section is back this year, beginning at just $23. You can get a ticket in the family section. A Schweigert hot dog and a Pepsi. No alcohol allowed in the Our Family Brands family section. Tickets available for the final 10 home games, so call 800-33-TWINS or visit twinsbaseball.com. Bouncer to second. Beckham backhands it, flips to short. Parmalee retired, and the Twins again get a lead-off base runner, but can't do anything with it. They've been shut out tonight through 8 innings. sending some new blood out there. Joe Benson, Chris Parmelee, and Liam Hendriks. Now Jim Hoey coming out of the bullpen to pitch to the White Sox in the ninth.
Well, Hoey in his second stint with the Twins, just getting called up from AAA, making his 20th appearance. Good job by Lester Olivares. One shutout inning and a strikeout. Hoey, like Thornton, a big figure on that mound, 6'6". He has trouble getting that ball down in the strike zone.
And he delivers the first one up and away.
I've watched Jim Hoey. He doesn't bend his back. He doesn't follow through like we showed with Hendriks, where he comes toward that first base line.
Grounder to second, scooped up by Hughes. One down.
He's got a great arm. Haven't seen a lot of breaking balls from Hoey. It's basically just fastball and then that split finger. That's one reason he was sent down earlier this year, to work on that breaking ball.
Here's Alex Rios. And a strike.
There's a split finger right there. Missing low. Hoey, 28 years old, signed by the Orioles in 2003.
Ground ball to short. Easy play for Plouffe. 2 down.
Let's take a look at Leon Hendriks' delivery. Remember earlier in the ball game, I said I like the way that his lower trunk came through. See that leg, how it goes back and through. And Hoey at 6'6", pretty straight up type guy that really doesn't come through very hard. You can see he has a tough time getting over that left leg.
All right, so give me a letter grade on Hendriks with his 7 innings of work here.
What I saw today, B+.
Okay.
B+. I thought he pitched very well. He did a good job of controlling both sides of the plate, changed speeds well. I mean, you know, he's smiling now, but believe me, your first major league start, you're nervous, and he got through it, I think, with flying colors. Run support would be nice, but you can't always have that. But I thought he pitched a very, very good ball game.
3-0 to Adam Dunn. He's walked twice, scored once.
Like that last pitch right there. He just stood straight up. Hoey did. He's got to bend his back. He's got to come through. Get closer to that catcher's glove.
And a walk puts Dunn at first with 2 away. Tyler Flowers will hit. Get all your high school football action with Fox Sports Prep Zone, presented by Wells Fargo. Log on to foxsportsnorth.com. Click on the Prep Zone link to watch up to 4 high school football games all at one time, live each week. Log on Friday at 7 p.m. to watch this week's featured games. Cretin-Derham Hall against Moundsview, Maple Grove at Champlin Park, Lakeville South at Eastview, or Totino Grace at Benilde St. Margaret's. All one. You know, always a right-hander. Eric Milton was a left-hander, but I'd look over at you and sometimes you'd almost wince watching him recoil and not do what you're saying. You know, bring that back leg and follow through.
I mean, to me, Eric Milton was just waiting. There goes the runner right there.
Wow. It's a perfect throw by Drew Butard.
Very good throw.
To end the inning. Well, we'll see if the Twins can break the ice, score a run, maybe 3 or 4 here in the bottom of the ninth. faces, names, and numbers here in Minnesota.
Well, Leon Hendricks, I thought he did a great job. 7 very good innings, getting congratulated. And Parmalee, 2 hits in a ball game. Chris Parmalee, Joe Benson making his major league debut.
Now Sergio Santos comes in for the White Sox. He was given a save opportunity the other day. Jimmy John's delivery of the game with 2 of the debuted players performing well. Benson will have perhaps, we hope, another chance here in the 9th. Here's the game reset.
Yeah, Jake Peavy, 9 strikeouts. He struggled a little bit in the first couple innings, but settled down very nicely. Only allowed 4 hits, a couple walks with the 9 strikeouts. Rios with a home run, his 9th of the year.
Santos was given a save opportunity yesterday, but he struggled a little bit and didn't get a chance to finish it. Chris Sale got the save.
Yeah, the only run that the Twins have had so far in the 3 ball games have come off of Santos. That in game 1.
It'll be Luke Hughes leading off the 9th inning. It was Santos who gave up the 2 home runs in Detroit. In the 9th inning, that took what was an 8-1 Chicago lead. There's Lillibridge, he's at first. And the Tigers got closer and closer and closer. A 2-run home run tied it in the 9th. And then a walk-off game winner really crippled the White Sox chances. And now 1-1, and what made it so odd and so painful to watch for the White Sox, Santos had not given up a run on the road all year long. In the game they had to have, he gave up 3 in the 9th. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Decision time for the Twins. Should they get a guy on base? Hughes, Tassone, and Repko are due up. Then the catcher spot is due up, but the Twins have Mauer as their designated hitter, and they've already made a move subbing Rivera and inserting Butera.
Now Santos' delivery, you're just talking about Jim Hoey's delivery. Now watch his delivery. Watch his follow through. Okay, the high leg kick. Okay, lands, but watch, he comes through right there. You have a better follow through. You have a better chance of keeping your arm healthy by doing that rather than recoiling or standing straight up.
1-2 to Hughes. So there it is again. That pitch, according to Fox Tracks, was well off the plate, but it's been called all night long.
Santos comes in and picks up a strikeout, but nothing new to him. That's his 80th strikeout in 56 innings pitched.
That was right down the stripe in the left-handed batter's box. 1 down, and here's Tassone. That's called a ball.
Ryan Runge probably thought that was a bit high.
Two and 0.
That's a bit low.
As we said yesterday when Santos came in, anybody can lose a ball game in a save opportunity. The best closers do it. It's happened to Mariano Rivera. What separates Rivera, it happened to Rivera in the World Series a couple of times. What separates Rivera and the really great ones is how they come back from that, and Santos wobbled a little bit yesterday.
Well, you got to realize this is the first time he's really been a closer this year. This guy signed with the Diamondbacks, their #1 pick as an infielder. It was the White Sox that converted him into a pitcher.
3-1.
And that's just back in 2009. He signed in 2002 out of Southern California. Went to the same high school my kids went to, Mater Dei High in Santa Ana, California.
That's hit hard to center, but right at Rios. Out number 2. Twins down to their last out, and it's Repko who delivered a pinch hit single in the 7th.
Every time I see that, Dick, I think of Trevor Hoffman, signed as a shortstop by the Reds, converted. Now he's got, 602 saves. Will be a Hall of Famer. I think of Troy Percival. He signed as a catcher. Became a great closer. Joe Nathan, a shortstop. Yep.
Royals tried it with Tony Pena Jr., who was a shortstop who had one of the strongest arms I've ever seen, but he couldn't hit a leg, so they tried to make him a pitcher. He's not in the Royals organization, but he is pitching some places here. 1 strike to Repko. Twins on the verge of being shut out again here. One and one. Ben Revere's in the on-deck circle, so if Repko can prolong the game, the Twins will have to move Mauer out of the DH spot, presumably, and have him catch if they force extra innings. Speed pitch and a swing and a miss. 1-2. Been a strike all night long. Why not finish the game with a called 3rd strike? And more futility for the Twins at the plate as the Chicago bullpen, fronted by Jake Peavy tonight, shuts out the Twins. The final score 3-0.
14 strikeouts for the White Sox staff tonight. We'll show you how they did it. We'll talk much more about the big league debuts for 3 Twins tonight and revisit Ben Revere's favorite catches of the year next on Twins Live.